will now talk about the challenges of human trafficking in the Philippines. In the Philippines, human trafficking is a rampant problem, and it requires addressing numerous obstacles that impede effective interventions and preventions. In prevalence of trafficking, the country has one of the highest rates of human trafficking cases. Thousands are affected every year. There are many instances that go unreported due to the various reasons. In economic factors, many became vulnerable to traffickers because they live in impoverished conditions. People are forced into dangerous situations because they lack any other options open to them. Enforcement is usually weak, even if there are laws in place. Combating trafficking is hampered by corruptions and untrained law enforcement officers.
Corruption. Anti-trafficking efforts can be compromised by institutional corruption, which includes bribery and collusion. This allows traffickers to escape justice through bribes or assistance from corrupt officials. Insufficient resources. There are several anti-trafficking agencies that do not have enough resources. Their investigation and rescue operation cannot be comprehensive as money, staffs among other hinder thoroughness. Victim of support system. Several victims are not well supported. There are few shelter homes, counseling, and rehabilitation centers that help in the healing and rehabilitation process. Lack of protection given to sexual minorities. Crimes victims often do not receive adequate shield during trials. They can be easily pressured by the traffickers or even threatened to testify. Public awareness. Lack of general knowledge is one of the factors which make it worse. Many people are not informed about the possible manifestation of trafficking or relevant authorities to contact.
Legal framework issues. It could be the existing laws are no longer adequate or sufficient equipment, and legal frailties can hamper anti-trafficking initiatives and arrests. Complicated trafficking system. Traffickers do not work alone, but they work in organized structure that are hard to overthrow. It is even more so because the structure keep changing in order to escape possible action against them. Cultural factors. Organizational and community culture can be the reason for hindrances. Community and culture beliefs about trafficking can interfere with the correct identification of the problem. Regional disparities. What is more, the scale of the issue differs. Some regions might not have enough resources and services to address the problem. Limitation of data collection. There are few data on trafficking. Data is collected and reported on different bases, not a point of time, thus making practically impossible to get a correct picture of trafficking.
International cooperation. It is useful but not easy to work all together with the other countries of the globe. Coordinating with other countries entails going through various protocols and legal frameworks. Training and capacity building. Most of the law enforcement as well as the other pivotal stakeholders receive poor training. More training is required with the aim of improving awareness of trafficking. Advocacy and policy. Promotion of policies advocacy for its enhancement is important as often anti-trafficking measures involves constant pressure on the policymakers to bring in the change and enforce new measures. Community engagement. It is important to engage the local communities. This way, it will be easier to mobilize and raise consciousness on the issue of trafficking and support the survivors. To sum it up, combating human trafficking in the Philippines requires the solution of multiple crucial problems. Once again, I am glad to see that people are paying attention. Thank you so much.